Ooh, look at that pretty building. Crap, where am I? Hola. So, I know that I said that I wasn't going to do another video until I started packing. However, I figured that in case there's anybody else who is studying abroad at this time, or other people who are going out traveling, even if you're going for a couple days, a couple weeks, a couple months, I figured I have a couple tips that might help you out in case you can't find anything else. So, we are going to start off with some tips on electrical gadgets that are going to be effective for your stay. Some more effective if you're going for a long haul. Some are very, very, very necessary just to use electrical power while you're in other countries. And then I also have some ways that you can not look touristy while traveling. And then I got a couple more emails from my school, so I have some information that I can catch everybody up on. I might as well toss that in here too. Just a bit of a summary of what's going to be coming up. So, if you are going to any European country, any South American countries even, Asia, Africa, wherever you're going, outside of North America, you are probably going to need at least an adapter set. This one is one for the United Kingdom, and there are also other ones for North America. This one's Australia and New Zealand. They have the weird kind of V-shaped plugs, and then you got the normal European double-pronged fancy one, which are the most general. There are some countries, if you're going to Italy for a long time, you're going to want to invest over there, or before you go, in a plug that is similar to this, yet has 3 prongs. They are very important because otherwise you can't plug anything in. I assume a lot of people already know this, however, in case you don't, throwing it out there. The other major problem you will have is that you have to make sure your items that you look to use, should it be a hair straightener, computer, telephone charger, either accept dual voltage, which means they run a voltage of 110 to 240, 250 volts before you go. Otherwise, if you have something that runs only 110 to 120 volts, it's going to be bad electrically. I don't know what happens. I don't want to know what happens, but it's going to be bad. So invest before you go. Otherwise, that, hair straightener you paid $60 for, it's going to be fried. So there are many ways that you can get around this. If you have dual voltage things, you're great. All you need is one of these little plugs. Or you can, if you have a grounded one, they also have grounded. This is the standard international anywhere use, pretty much accepts plugs from all different countries, and it is adapted to the European style plug, and it conveniently has another one that you can plug in at the same time, which is great. If you are going for a longer stay, there are power strips with that same international plug, and I believe these are also surge protected. I'm honestly not sure, however, it's pretty fancy, and for travel, it conveniently folds right up into itself. There's a little place here to keep the cord steady, and it was only $19.95 on Amazon, which was really fantastic. Then, you can also invest in telephone chargers with the correct plug, should you not want to bring your own, should you not be able to find whether it is dual voltage or not. That is something that I am sure does not cost very much in Europe. I got this with a phone I got last time I was there. However, should you be really attached to your hair straightener, can't live with any different one, and it is going with you, you can invest in a transformer or energy converter, whatever you want to call it. It basically takes the standard American 110 volt power and converts it to the normal European 220 volt power. Looks like a box like this. As you see, it's got the standard little plugs that I got it with this set. Plug the European version one right into it. Works great. Plug here. You got a low or a high. And I don't know what that's for, to be quite honest with you. The instructions, I'm sure, tell me. And then again, these are all plugs are all interchangeable. This is a Travel Smart by Conair brand that is, I think it retails about 25 bucks. You get, like I said, the 4 different plugs plus the transformer plus a cute little carrying case with instructions in it. Or if you are kind of like me and you like to prefer the compact stuff, you can find this one, which I actually am going to be returning. I don't need it anymore because I just bought a dual voltage hair straightener. And you have this is Travel Smart by Conair also, yet it has the grounded plug on the front should you have a grounded hair straightener, which would be kind of weird, but got that. And then these little things in the side are the ways that you can choose which of these plugs come out. And it's really pretty handy. It was $22, I believe, at Target. Really cool. I'm sure you can find them anywhere at Walmart, Target, any electronics store. Prices will vary, of course. And generally, you're not going to have a lot of problems if you prepare adequately. Really just read all the tags down on the cords, on your packages. Ask, if you have a Dell computer, an Apple computer. Apple computers, generally the new ones, do run 110 to 250 volts, so you should have no problem. Apple does also carry the little, interchangeable pieces that can go into the MagSafe boxes. I know this because I spent 20 minutes talking with the guy at the Apple store to make sure my computer wasn't going to blow up. However, I'm sure Dell and Toshiba, any of those other companies will also be able to tell you whether their computers are good. You might be able to find it online. Depends how tech savvy you are, I guess. I hate reading support pages, so I would just call. But there you have it. And if you're looking to take a clock with you, the best way to go is just a battery-operated one. If you're staying in a hotel, generally you won't need one of those. However, that is up to you, of course. And pretty much, I can't think of any other electrical appliances that I would take with me. I mean, they make a lot of really travel safe ones. I saw hair dryers and hair straighteners that were also made by that Travel Smart by Conair company, which was really cool. But honestly, I don't think there's really much else that you should need. You can always buy it in the country that you are traveling to, or, just go without it. It depends how long you're going. If you're going for a week, I don't think you'll necessarily need it. Anything besides what I've already mentioned. But again, that's up to you. So that concludes our electricity portion. I really was just really excited to get all of my little gadgets. So on to how not to look like a tourist. There are many ways. People talk about this if you go and you don't dress the same way as the people where you're going. I'm going to use Spain as an example for this because it is the country I've visited the most. It's the country I'm going to. It is going to be the most effective for me to properly explain this. But, you don't need to dress exactly like a Spaniard to go to Spain. You are going to be noticed as a tourist whether you look exactly like them or not. Non-tourists do not stare at the buildings. They don't take pictures of every little single thing everywhere they walk. If you're wearing a camera around your neck, generally you're going to look like a tourist. Doesn't matter where you are. And it's hard to look like a native, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from. However, there are also many ways that you can try and fit in, should that be your desire. If you are American, the best things I have heard are to not wear American team jerseys or baseball hats anywhere you go. This can count for both males and females. If you don't know anything really about European sports, they haven't really embraced American football, baseball, anything like that yet. The one that you would definitely get away with would be basketball. I know many Spaniards are into American basketball pretty heavily, so you could be good on that end. However, it is also not something that they wear out every single day. It's not something they would wear in public to be going out. It's not something they would wear in public on a regular basis. So don't bring your 15 different basketball jerseys thinking, oh yeah, I'm great. No, that's not how it goes. It's more something that would wear if they're hanging out with their friends, or if they're going to a match. As much as they love soccer, I would even suggest not bringing your MLS team jerseys, because just don't do it. If you do need to wear a jersey, the best thing I would suggest would be to, if you're a soccer fan, to get a European team's jersey. And even then, I wouldn't wear it every day in public. Every once in a while is fine. Especially, it depends on the activity you are taking part in. However, for them, it's really just not a daily routine. And the whole jeans myth about Europeans don't wear jeans is a lie. They wear jeans a lot. They just class it up. So, not jeans and a nice torn t-shirt, or even torn jeans, are not overly popular as far as I've seen. They dress it up in a nice button-down shirt, or even a polo, something like that. Maybe a V-neck t-shirt. I haven't seen a lot of the Hanes, normal cuff neck t-shirts. And because these sound like a lot of guys' clothes, not really a lot of girls' clothes, a lot of the women, although they do wear jeans and V-neck t-shirts, that is fairly popular. However, there are also a lot of, I don't know if you've ever been into H&M or kind of other stores similar to that. They have those really nice dressy kind of tops. Stuff like that is really popular over there, as well as just dresses and skirts are really popular too. Again, not necessarily important, or you have to wear this. However, you're gonna see a lot of that, and again, if you're not looking to kind of stand out as not being a native or a resident, then that is going to be something that will help you kind of fit in a bit more. The other thing, do not wear fanny packs. If you do not want to be labeled as a tourist, do not wear a fanny pack. I don't care where you're going. I don't even want to see fanny packs on the tourists that come into the store that I work at here. Because, A, they are the most heinous things I have ever seen. I don't understand. And, they're just so uncomfortable. Why would you want that much weight on your stomach and, balancing on your hip bones? Ugh, I don't understand. Backpacks are better. However, they will still label you as a tourist, because most people don't generally walk around with backpacks. For women, larger purses would be fairly convenient. And for men, messenger bags are actually really popular in Europe. So you can get away with that, and it'd be great. I hate saying this, to not look like a tourist. It's really hard. And you're probably wondering why I'm saying this. However, I have traveled a fair amount, and I have been asked for directions in the majority of the places I've visited. So I feel like that's really cool. I feel like I've kind of got it down. I also do just have a more, a lot of people think I dress way too fancy for being American. So that might be part of it. I don't know. But, just so you know, I'm not just pulling this all out of thin air. The other real thing that I feel like I do that is really helpful to me in not looking like a tourist and not getting lost and being oh crap, I can't ask anybody because I can't speak the language, is to, if you know where you're going, if you know where you're staying and everything you're visiting, search your route on Google Maps, because it will, you can use that little yellow guy, and it will literally take you through the route that you're going to be walking. And I don't know if I'm just geographically inclined or something, but if you do that and you just visualize what you're going to be seeing as you are headed towards whatever site you wish to see, whatever museum you are encouraged to visit, definitely do that. I mean, you'll just be able to, when you get there, it's you already have a sense of where you're going. And that, even if you write the directions down on a piece of paper, is incredibly helpful, because you're not stuck looking ooh, look at that pretty building, crap, where am I? Like, and I feel like, I don't mean to dumb it down, but it was just so incredibly helpful to me. Like, I knew which metro station I had to get on, which one I had to get off at, to go left, to go right, which street I had to take a right on, and then, oh yeah, that cul-de-sac, oh no, just cross through it, you're fine. Like, just knowing, having an idea of where you're going is really going to help you to be almost like another person in the city. Like, like I said, they're probably going to know that you're not from there. However, that doesn't mean that you don't live there now. And that is a huge difference in how you may be perceived, if only on the outside. And another thing that really goes along with that is just being really confident, like not being like, oh my god, what if I don't get there? Oh my god, what if this is the wrong way? And I mean, there are street signs. Look at the street signs. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're really concerned, be kind of subtle about it. However, you know, looking at street signs is normal. I do that all the time when I'm here. Like, I don't know the streets in this place where I live, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's that one? Oh, okay. So that's nothing unusual. But just kind of exude confidence, and then you will, again, not look like a native, however, you will not seem like a tourist, and that is the important part. I've pretty much, you know, looking like a tourist is not a problem. However, a lot of people don't want to do it, and because you do, you can, in many places, be treated differently. And so I really hope that those are just some basic tips that help you kind of not feel like a tourist and kind of get acclimated to how you can be perceived. But again, you are a tourist. You are going to be in a foreign country, and to be nervous, to be scared is fine. Like, don't feel like it's not. However, remember that it's all in your hands as to how well prepared you are. And being prepared is one of the most important things. I know if I were going to a country for just like one day, I would definitely bring a list of words in their language, basics like hello, goodbye, thank you, you're welcome, where is, and then a list of different areas like restaurant, park, museum, airport, metro station, bus station, bathroom. I can't think of anything else at the moment. Just really the important things that are necessities for you. And having just made the attempt to speak in their language is oftentimes, can you speak in English is a good one. Can you speak English? Or any other language you might happen to know. But attempting to speak in their language will incline them to help you more. I know, especially with France, you know, you hear a lot of people that, oh, they were really snobby, they didn't want to talk to me, like, but, you know, it's going to really depend on who you speak to. However, in Spain, you know, making the effort to speak Spanish is always really well received. And, yeah, I mean, like I say, just be well prepared and research. The more you know, the better off you're going to be. That concludes our part on not looking like a tourist. And now, just because this is my study abroad blog, feel free to shut this off should you not care. I am just going to update you that I got my class schedule, and I am really excited because I, A, don't have class on Fridays, B, only have one class on Thursdays, and C, have two classes the other 3 days of the week. And they are all about an hour and a half long, and that means that I am going to have huge amounts of time to just lounge around in Madrid, and I am really excited because I can explore all the parts of the city and kind of just find nooks and crannies. And you know, I really love just in Europe how they have these little tiny shops that are just tucked in these little alleyways, and I'm really looking forward to finding a bunch of those and finding some really cheap scarves because here they're so darn expensive. that is the basic catch-up. I do know where I'm living, I know who my roommate is, and now I have my class schedule. We also have our orientation schedule, and we are going to Segovia on the first weekend that we're there. It's going to be a day trip on a Saturday. And as Segovia is one of my, if you've been following me on Tumblr, you know that Segovia is one of the places I am dying to see. Not only does it have a Roman aqueduct, but it is like one of the main areas outside of Madrid that's still kind of right close to the capital that has played a big role in like history, and the Alcazar is beautiful, and the cathedral is there. It's great, and I just love Segovia, and I've wanted to go for ages, and I'm so excited. I'm definitely going to be making another trip by myself. However, who wouldn't want to? Like, how perfect is it that first weekend there, one of the top cities I want to visit? Yes, please. Anyway, I hope this has helped you out a little bit, even if you're just preparing for, a trip that's not necessarily a study abroad. I do plan on posting more. One of the videos I plan on posting next is going to be how to remember your trip in the most detail possible, because that's what I'm trying to do for this. And I feel like, looking back at a couple of the trips I've taken, I'm just like, man, I really wish I had written more. I wish I had kind of just taken note of more things, because I remember them. However, it's not in the detail that I would personally like. It's not something that my children can really, should I have them, can really internalize and understand, more about me because of it. So that's coming up, and I'm also going to have, because I'm going to Spain, I'm going to have some books on preparing for the trip, some things that are nice to read that can teach you, about a lot about the country, and they're not necessarily what you're thinking. So stay tuned, and those should be up in a little while, and I'm not sure when, but they will be up. And then again, I am going to be talking about packing when I get into that, and then, I only have 44 days, so then I'm probably going to, the one after that is going to probably be me coming from Madrid. So, thank you all for watching. Again, I'm going to have some links in the bottom to where you can buy some of the fancy little adapter things, where you can get my Tumblr page. I think that's all I mentioned in this one. But again, look for that links I mentioned in the video thing down below. I hope y'all have a great day. Subscribe should you like to get more of the videos when they are published, and we'll see y'all later. Hasta luego.